Don Venustiano Carranza, the first chief of the constitutionalist movement, took Huerta's power and issued a decree calling for a new constitution. The convention was mostly attended by middle-class Mexicans, unlike at the Aguascalientes Convention. Determining church-state relations was the key to the successful reorganization of Mexico, but there was so much division in the delegates' opinions that the government continued to be disorganized. Agrarian reform only benefited Carranza's political supporters, so Zapata was outraged and rebelled. Carranza wanted him dead, and in 1917 he was assassinated. Though one of Carranza's obstacles was overcome, General Obregon also stood in his way. There were many supporters, even in the constitutionalist movement, of Obregon in the presidential elections of 1920. During World War II, oil prices rose, and Carranza tried to raise petroleum taxes, but the oil companies continuously disobeyed the Mexican government. The president had no control over these companies. As the 1920 presidential elections approached, Carranza was worried about keeping his power. Obregon secured mass support and was a sure successor. Carranza fled to Mexico City, but on his way he was assassinated. Obregon's presidency was now certain. Obregon, the one-armed president, tried to make friends with everyone. He established a political alliance with labor unions to stabilize the government. He also gave generals money, government positions to caudillos, and land to agrarian radicals. Due to the Plan de Agua Prieta, Obregon officially became president. He made friends in a labor confederation to become more powerful in government, while Pancho Villa, a major enemy of Obregon, agreed to retire. Without Villa, Obregon enacted his agrarian reform law of 1922. This law gave Zapatistas in Morelos control over land redistribution. Because of this, peasants in Michoacan still had to revolt due to no enacted redistribution. Mexico was in debt to other countries, and the most secure source of income, oil revenue, was low. During Obregon's presidency, Mexico gained diplomatic recognition because of oil negotiations with the U.S. Plutarco Elias Calles was Obregon's choice as successor. Villa came back and tried to stop Obregon and Calles, but was plotted against by Obregon, and was shot to death in 1923. Obregon used his personal experiences to create a stabilized government. He was an experienced revolutionary, businessman, and farmer. He set a little agrarian reform, just enough to gain allies without losing control. All in all, Obregon made Mexico a more respectable country on the international level.